to it look like Satou Sabally has officially turned down the option to head to Chicago. Guys, this story is getting crazy.
Did you hear that? Satou Sabally didn't just turn down the Chicago sky. She sent shockwaves through the entire WNBA. Fans are buzzing, analysts are stunned, and teams are scrambling to reassess their strategies.
I believe what happened with the Chicago thing, Satou Sabally, now I'm not saying this is fact, but this is allegedly, Satou Sabally turned it down. Hell, y'all better not send me to Chicago. I don't want to play with Angel. I want to play with Caitlin, the GOAT.
This isn't just another free agency story. It's a game changer. Satou Sabally's decision could form a super team with Caitlin Clark in Indiana or ignite a sister act in New York. By turning down the Chicago sky, she sent shockwaves through the entire WNBA. It all started when Sabally dropped the bomb. She's leaving Dallas after 5 years.
News broke yesterday when Satou Sabally let the world know she was not staying in Dallas. She wanted to get far, far away from the Dallas Wings. Now, that's where she's been for the past 5 seasons, and it has not been the best ride, but it definitely has not been completely horrible.
You might think it's just another player switching teams, but this is different. Sabally isn't just any player. She's a game changer, and now every team is vying for her. Here's the twist. She's not heading to Chicago, and that's got everyone talking. The Sky were expected to be the frontrunners, but Sabally quickly put that to rest. And it's not just speculation. Annie Constable, one of the top voices in WNBA journalism, confirmed it.
Annie dropped this about an hour ago, stating that the Sky are not in the running to land who? Satou Sabally in a sign and trade. Multiple lead sources told me that and more in the top 10 FA list, free agency list, dog.
You're probably wondering why this matters so much. It's not just about Sabally turning down Chicago. It's like she erased the Sky from the list of top teams. Can you imagine how Sky fans are feeling? They're probably left stunned, trying to figure out what went wrong.
I've never said she was going there, bro. Like, John Liquidator never came on here and said, you know what, she's going to Chicago. I said they was possibly in the running. You know, they was trying to make a shot at her, but I've never said definitively that's where she going.
Here's where it gets really interesting. Sabally's rejection isn't just a simple no. It's like she's holding a mirror to the Sky, and what's reflected isn't pretty. The Sky have struggled to land big-name free agents recently, and Sabally's decision highlights that problem.
The Sky are not the same as other franchises, which who? The Indiana Fever. They can't lose and have a bad league-wide reputation. They need to go get the blockbuster trades. The 2026 free agency in a winning position in order to prove the best free agencies that are not in a franchise worth.
If you're a top player, you want to join a team with championship potential, right? Well, Sabally doesn't see that in the Sky. It's like she's sending a message. Step up if you want players like me. And it's not just about this season. With a potential work stoppage in 2026 and their struggles to land stars, you have to ask, can they recover?
And he stated the Sky can get a talented player at number 3, no question. That player, however, is not going to impact winning in 1 year for the 2025 season. They need players, not that now that will put them in the winning position, which every team is trying to get put in a winning position.
So, Chicago's out. Where's Sabally heading? That's the big question. There's buzz about the Indiana Fever, and if it happens, it could shake things up. Picture Sabally and Caitlin Clark together. That's a duo that could rule the league for years.
I've got Satou's stats up here, right here. 17.9 points a game and 6.5 rebounds. I mean, that's a real contributor. All right?
Remember Sabally and Clark dominating together? That could be just the beginning. The Indiana Fever aren't just in the race for Sabally. They might be the front runners. If it happens, it could change everything.
And I'm just excited. I'm excited for free agency. I'm able to talk to a lot of players outside the league because I have not played on a different team yet. And I'm excited to get to know them more on a personal level, but also knowing how they approach the game. And I just love having basketball conversations and high-level IQ conversations about the game to know where I will fit best in the future.
Picture this, Sabally and Caitlin Clark on the same team. It's a dream scenario, right? But it's more than just star power. Together, they could reshape the Fever's identity. A team in rebuild mode, focused on young talent, could become a powerhouse with Sabally in the mix. But it's not that straightforward. There's a twist. Sabally has options, and she's keeping her decisions under wraps.
Fever have a chance. The reality of the situation is that it's gonna come down. It's gonna come down to two teams realistically. It's gonna be the Fever and Liberty.
The Fever might be the perfect fit, but in the WNBA, nothing's official until the contract is signed. Sabally and Clark together could be a game changer. Their skills complement each other perfectly, creating an offensive powerhouse that could reshape the court.
One destination for her, and that's playing with the GOAT. Y'all know who the damn GOAT is. Caitlyn, bro. She want to play with Caitlyn bad. Real bad.
Don't forget Clark. Her presence is huge for both the Fever and the league. Add Sabally, and you got a team set to dominate for years. But it's more than just basketball. Sabally could help transform Indiana into a prime destination for free agents. The Fever wouldn't just rebuild, they'd reload. That's what makes this so exciting.
Where's she going? I've been straight as an arrow ever since I've been covering her. She's going to the Fever. I ain't saying she's going to New York. I ain't saying none of this. She's going to the Fever. She's headed where? To Indiana.
Somebody that could come in and take the place of somebody like Nalissa Smith and make an impact. I think a lot of us believe that Smith should probably just go play with her girlfriend, Dejanay Carrington.
And when asked if she liked to play with her sister Niara, Sabally said yes, of course, in the future I would love that. Which means, look, I think it's likely that Satou Sabally she's going to be playing for the New York Liberty next season. Some teams couldn't really do it, Natasha Howard. But one thing is, according to Annie Constable, who is at this stage, look, probably the only WNBA journalist that is actually giving out accurate information, the Sky are not in the running to sign Satou Sabally. And with the Sky not being in the run to sign Satou, it means the Satou doesn't want to go there. Realistically, the Sky have the best offer, unless the Liberty are to offer Leonie Fibic, which supposedly that is like what people think the Liberty are going to give up. I still think that would be our preference because New York is still New York. Yes, it's not the Indiana Fever, but it's still New York. She's playing with Sabrina. She gets to play with her sister. She plays with Fibic, who she plays for with the German national team, and it's as good as guaranteed a championship.
Hey dog, and Satou Sabally letting me know she want out of Dallas and she look forward to playing with her sister in the future. Now, just like I told y'all in the video yesterday, the future means not as of right now being the present. The future means later on down the line.
There's always the risk that she will go to the Fever for a year, not re-sign in 2026, and then go to Liberty in 2026. Satou is realistically the one like game-changing player that is likely to be available on the move.
I think the WNBA narrative right now is Caitlyn Clark, and I think that's a good narrative, but it's also not the only narrative. Caitlyn is an amazing generational talent, and she's going to do amazing things. You're the number one pick. People are going to go after you, whether it's for the right or wrong reasons, because they see greatness in you. And what the WNBA is measuring one type of greatness against the other greatness. There's just so much more to the WNBA than Caitlyn, but Caitlyn is the face right now, and that's also good. She's selling out gyms. Why would you hate against that? We had a sold out home opener. I think it was a practice game, like it wasn't even serious. We benefited from that because now we have all our fans there and they're excited, and you have new people coming into a market. She is her own economy, and that is amazing, and she's being paid her worth. And now we need to get other women on board to get paid their worth, because she's the reflection of what should happen in women.